Yeah, ube umuntu ozitshelayo ukuthi impilo yami is not the end. Yabo ungaphila from 19 years, ungaphila from 20 years, ukweqa umuntu othi mina anginalutho. Something. Yabona njengami.
Yes.
Just change ibody yami.
Oh yes.
Uyazi ngoba ngasathi khona ugijima emzimbeni wami. Ngaza ngazathi my body, I'm a newborn. Uyayibona nje because of what? Ngama instruction and ama veg.
Oh yes.
Uyayibona nje ngani? Yeah. Mithi ngagijima marathon yamhlanje. Good morning, guys. I am going to take you through. We are in Joburg today. We are going to an interview for our Mandela Day activities. So I'm gonna take you through. Enjoy. It's going to be a quick short vlog showing you around. As we do the interview, I am here with Kosi. Say hi.
Hi everyone.
So we'll be doing the interview together. I'm not gonna tell you now what the interview is all about. You'll hear in the interview, but basically about Mandela Day activities. So today's the 17th. The Mandela Day is tomorrow. So yeah, man, we'll take you through that and enjoy.
That is how we usher in to the second hour of the show. That is Gabza the Small with the song titled Rekere, and he's teaming up with Star Kava right here on the Green Light Show. I am your host with the most. Thank you for still staying with me right here on the Green Light Show. I am still with the Kamachelo Songbird, but there's people who've just joined us in studio. One of them goes by the name of Mati Tsoteti.
Yeah,
Mati Tsoteti.
Yeah.
And I'm joined by Umistone. They're going to be joining me, and we're going to be finding out about how they're going to be commemorating the 10th. I can't believe it's the 10th.
Yeah, no.
The 10th anniversary of the passing of Ubabu Tata. Hey.
I think we were saying, even before we went on air, that it seems
And
like
I asked you a question: how are you going to be spending your 67 minutes?
I'll be at work.
Yeah.
We'll be doing the show tomorrow, so yeah, from 12 to 3.
If you're not going to be at work, you can join the AFH group, who's going to be doing something amazing in Heidelberg and in KZN also. They're joining me in studio. We're finding out more about what they do. Ninjani guys, let me just get a quick mic check from you. Nyaphila? Siyaphila. So is Umam Don. So they're going to be sharing the mic. So you might hear her. She's going to be a bit far. Mam Don Nyaphila?
Nyaphila babonjani wena?
Nyaphila. Njengoba ngishilo Kamala Muthato. And today, thank you for joining me, guys, giving me a little bit of your time. Sithole ukuthi nenza ubuhlobo njani emphakathini. So let's start about the AFH Foundation. It was founded in 1987. I was not there.
I was not there.
You were not there. And there's been changing lives ever since.
Yeah.
Helping 1.7 million people to date.
Yes.
Over 45 countries. In 3 decades. That's remarkable. Let me just start by commending the AHF.
Yes.
AHF. Let me start by, commending what the lovely work they do. Please tell us about when it was established. I know we were not all there, but you might have share a bit of light as to when was it founded and what was the initiative for and the motive behind it's being founded. We know it's helping a lot of people, especially with regards to HIV and AIDS.
Yeah.
How are they benefiting from that one? let's start with the establishment first.
So, as you've just said, it was established in the 1987, but that was in Los Angeles.
Oh yes.
And when it started as a hospice taking care of people that were dying with AIDS.
Okay.
You know, and you know back then there were issues with treatment and access to treatment. So that is how it started. And then coming to South Africa, it started in 2002 in Umlazi, KZN.
Oh yes.
So that's where it started, and we established our first clinic, which was called Ithemba Labantu, People's Hope in Umlazi. And then from there went to expand to Eastern Cape in 2008. And then Gauteng is the last baby in South Africa. In 2015, that is when we started in Gauteng.
Oh yes.
Yeah, so we are basically working with the Department of Health. We are a partner to Department of Health, and really we just want to, you know, make sure that we give quality access to HIV and AIDS and STI services to our patients in all the clinics that we are supporting in South Africa.
And I reckon that the time it started, as you mentioned, you know, there was stigmas and a whole lot of misconceptions around HIV and AIDS. You know, so I reckon that you guys had some trials and tribulations to starting this beautiful initiatives. If you can share with us some of those, you know, the troubles that you guys might have met with an initiative to help people for the better.
I mean, you know, with HIV and AIDS, the fight continues.
Yes.
And you know, one of our commitments and our values is to fight for what is right for our patients and to make sure, like I said, to get quality healthcare services. So even now, we still have issues of stigma.
Yes.
But that is why it's not only centered into the facilities, but we take it out to the community. And there's a lot of advocacy work that we are doing. I mean, not so long ago, we were fighting against the Gilead pharmaceutical company, Gilead Sciences, because, you know, because of the pricing of the drugs. Because, you know, we believe that everyone should get their drugs for free, you know, so, and also for them to release the patent so that it can be manufactured by other companies, you know. So those are some of the things that we fight for. We also have your Girls Act program, which is for girls, because we know that, you know, young women have the highest infection rate. So we have Girls Act program that focuses on young women, on keeping them in school, making sure that, you know, they are HIV negative, and those that are positive, they take their treatment with no stigma. We also want to empower them, you know, that it's not only limited to them just taking treatment, but to also empower them so that they know what they are doing, you know, they stand for what they are doing, and that when they are seated in rooms, they're able to advocate for what's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Most definitely love the work they're doing, man. I'm gonna bring in Mama Tabela. Mama Wami, let's talk about your journey with AHF. Got it right. Yes.
Finally.
Yes. Let's talk about your journey. Asikhulume ngohambo lakho ne-AHF and ukuthi wena uhlangana kanjani nabo, and how has it been bakusize kanjani?
Okokuqala nje ngicela nje ukuthi ngisho nje kuwe ukuthi uze sihlangane ne-AHF.
Yebo. Mama ngisondezela.
I want to say ngifuna nje ukuthi ngisho ukuthi about my status.
Yes.
Yeah, and bengazi status sami ukuthi I'm HIV positive.
Yes.
Ngiyangasuka ngaya eclinic and then ngabe siyasithola status sami ukuthi I'm HIV positive.
Yes.
After that, I've to started ukuthi ngidle i-treatment yami.
Yes.
Ngithe mangisa ngisesendleleni ngisadla i-treatment yami, and then sabe sihlangana siba i-group sabe sesiba ku-AHF.
Okay.
Sithe mase sikuyo into esisize futhi kakhulukazi ngayo because oqala ngekudle uphuze i-treatment ungadlanga into njengaleyo.
Umbuzo wami olandelayo ukuthi we know that with e-treatment,
yes,
you know,
yes.
with isimo sasekhaya sometimes, you know, ngeke uthathe i-treatment ungadlanga.
Yes.
So initiatives like AHF, we're gonna have a tongue twister.
Yes,
with,
yes,
with
of
initiatives like AHF.
Yes.
You know, usizo lakhona with in terms of having a food garden. You know, having access to ukudla just so you can take your medication. Like kusize kanjani and how of importance of it?
Kusisize ngokuthi basipha amathulusi
Yebo.
ukuthi silokhungane sizitshalele
Sizenzele.
sizenzele thine
Lovely stuff.
enesatshala sazenzela
Lovely stuff.
lamathulusi sidinga futhi siwasebenzise emakhaya ukuthi nasemakhaya sibe nama garden sikwazi ukuthi ukuthi sitshale asisakwazi ukuthi singasuka siyothenga ama-veg or somewhere ngoba yini sinawo manje sesingabantu nathi futhi esesijika senze njani sifundisa futhi zayo uyayibona into enjingaleyo because angithi kunalento ukuthi uma sikwazi status sakho uwazi ukuthi umuntu ophila nge-treatment i-treatment ifuna ngaso sonke isikhathi ukuthi udle le mifino carrot beetroot amazambane uyayibona into enjingaleyo izinto ezizokwenza i-overall load yakho ukuthi ibe strong kwawena ube namandla if manje uma unganawo amandla usuyasuka uyalimala because ngiyazi abaningi bengiphila nabo kungabangani bami just passed away uyayibona into enjengaleyo.
Oh, beautiful stuff, man. I'm getting elevated in here. You know what? Kamakali, you got a question first? Before we head?
I do. And I think, Puto Ena, you know, it's one of those questions, I think people who don't really understand just the whole topic surrounding HIV and AIDS specifically. I mean, how when Mama Ukhonejwang to get over to get over the reality. You know, sometimes I get the way that people view HIV and AIDS. I think some people still have relevant information, even though information is so flooded. You know, how did you get over just the stigma of living with HIV, and how were you able to move forward and know, you know what, this is my life now, and this is what I have to do. You know, maybe your advice could sort of give Abanya
Most definitely.
you know, the you know, inspiration.
Angithi kanje uma usutestile kuyasho kunalento isho ukuthi are you positive or negative. Uma umuntu must ngoba singabantu asifani, you must supposed to accept uyayibona into njengaleyo. Yeah, because if you don't accept kuzolimala wena. And there was a counseling.
Oh yeah.
Uyayibona into njengaleyo. If umuntu acceptile, there's a counseling. Umuntu from that time take your treatment, thatha umshanguve wakho ngaleso sikhathi leso. Yeah, ube umuntu ozitshelayo ukuthi impilo yami is not the end. Yabo ungaphila from 19 years, ungaphila from 20 years, ukweqa umuntu othi mina anginalutho. Because i-HIV and AIDS ingena ngendlela ngithi ehlukile. Some of the people umuntu utshela ukuthi about sex, kanti nangani futhi nangi TB, coughing kunomuntu endlini one-TB, just coughing lawo ma-sparks lawa ungena kwawe emlonyeni, just sawukwenzela ini sickness TB, and then lokho kuphehlela sokuthinta amasotsha omzimba. I like about AHNF esikhiphe from in the darkness yasibeka in the sun ekhanyeni.
We're gonna be talking about a whole lot of that when you come back. We're getting elevated. What are you thinking? I love the spirit around here. What are you thinking? Hey man, I wish you were here, man. But what are you thinking? Let's go to a musical break, pay some bills. We're still getting in touch with the AHF. I got that right. I'm gonna give myself a tip every time I get it right. We're getting in touch with Miss Matia Zodeti.
Yes,
and Miss Donna Mtawela, talking about what we're gonna be doing tomorrow. If you don't have anything to do tomorrow, do make sure that you stay tuned to the Green Light Show. Your host with the most will be plugging you as to Senzani Ksasa. But for now, enjoy some of Figizolo. You know what? That's the spirit right here on the Green Light Show today, man. 22 minutes after 1. The Green Light Show, your host with the most. Enjoy, man. We're talking about what we're going to be doing tomorrow, finding out how we're going to be spending your 67 minutes tomorrow, as we're going to be commemorating 10 years since the passing of Utatu Nelson Mandela, and they helping keep the spirit alive. you know.
Definitely. And one thing about that he was always an advocate for all things health, all things philanthropy, all things lalela.
All things masidlega
Bona,
healthy,
empowerment.
organic. You
Yeah.
know? So let's get in touch with them, find out, you know, how we go. Let's talk tomorrow.
Yes.
Nisasa, right?
Yes.
Right.
They all smile.
Yeah, all smile. Before I left here, I was.
So if
I
you
had to
think,
grab some water.
Yeah.
Like, yes, no, we're ticking. No, man, but Nisasa, right? And Sase.
Sase
fresh, right? Yes, I hope you are enjoying the show as well. So let's get talking about what we're going to be doing tomorrow. AHF is going to be, I know in KZN we're going to be having a food kitchen.
Yeah.
And in Gauteng also, in Heidelberg,
Yeah.
we're going to be giving out sanitary pads.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Also, what can the people expect? And if they want to join, are they open to join you guys and, you know, extend their hand in making sure that, you know, we care for the disadvantaged and also not only them, you know, because within that community, there's people that are HIV positive as well, you know.
Also,
So, what are we going to be doing tomorrow? Just that in detail.
Okay, so tomorrow we will be doing one of our projects, which is Food for Health.
Oh, yes.
So Food for Health, it's basically a project, one of our projects as AHF that we do in all our countries globally, really. And it's about supporting our patients in terms of nutrition, you know, because as Mamdon has said already that as a patient living with HIV, you also need you know, to be supported in terms of, you know, eating healthy, because they need to, you know, adhere to the treatment, rather. They need to adhere to the treatment, and adhering to treatment means being virally suppressed, which is our end goal, you know. So that's what we are going to be doing that tomorrow as part of our project. We'll be going to Heidelberg in partnership with an orphanage that we call Shalom Faith Ministries.
Shalom Faith Ministries?
Yes, it's in Heidelberg in Rensberg.
Oh, yeah.
So they work with orphans. They work with it's also a safety area for children that have been human trafficked. You know, and all sorts of that. So we will be going there to launch Food Garden with them, and really we chose them because they are in need. They are working with orphans, and you know how NGOs work. They rely on people helping them, and you know, so we are going there to be planting gardens with them. So we'll be teaching them. Mamdon is one of our patients that have benefited this because we started. Yeah, so we started this program last year.
Yes.
And Mamdon is part of the group that initially started the program with us.
Beautiful.
As the patients, you know, that we are working with. So we train them on how to start the garden from scratch.
Oh, yeah.
You know, in partnership with Department of Agriculture. So they were trained on how to plant their seeds, how to prepare the soil, and really their garden is doing amazing now. It's amazing, you know. They have spinach. They do have spinach. So Mamdon is going to be part of the team tomorrow because we want to also transfer the skill.
Yes.
So because they were trained, they'll be training the kids, the beneficiaries in the orphanage.
Lovely.
And we'll be starting the garden from scratch like we started with them. And then we will also be, like you said, giving them sanitary towels because they are in need. And we'll also be giving hygiene packs to the boys because it's both boys and girls in there.
Beautiful stuff. I love that whole inclusivity.
Yes,
you know?
So that's what we want to do because, you know, as AHF, we are just saying, you know, for this Mandela Day, we want to devote our time, you know, we want to devote the resources that we have, you know, because we are not oblivious to say people must just take treatment. If you are saying you must eat healthy, have food, how are you going to have food if you don't have the resources? We've seen the interest rates. You know how people are in need if they don't have money. Food is expensive. You know, so that's what we'll be doing because we are also looking in future that even if you're not there, because we've transferred the skill, they'll be able to grow the garden themselves. They'll be able to get the food
and be able to take their treatment, and also support the kids in the orphanage.
Beautiful stuff.
Oh, I love that.
Love that. And you know with that, I'd like to bring in the business aspect of it.
Yeah.
Is AHF, maybe helping them explore this as a business where they can, grow those plants and sell them. As you know, like food security is a thing in South Africa.
Yeah.
I don't know if AHF is involved in making sure that, they see that potential and explore it.
So they've already started actually.
Really?
Yeah. And it was an initiative that was started by them, which makes
I
us
think
very
they deserve
proud.
this. They deserve this.
So they started. They are selling their veggies.
Oh.
Wow.
And they came forward to say, look, we want to expand. We've identified a land. We want to expand. We've opened up a business account.
Oh my God.
So we are also looking into training them, the business aspect of it, just to give them a formal training, because they are doing this informally, but just to equip them with skills so that they can, earn from that and sustain the business, because they'll need to, when they expand, they'll need seeds and more tools and so forth.
And more
so they
people
can,
to come work the field. I love that.
Exactly.
I think let's bring in Mom Don in the conversation.
Mom Don, tell us about the fire that you are making out here. Hi, go.
Ngibonge AHF isenzele enye into. Angithi as Snake Garden, this is like a project. Snake Garden isibonise izinto bekade singaziboni. Ukuthi singabulawa indlala. Uyayibona njengaleyo, ungathi ufuna ukudla something awunayo imali, but isenze ukuthi thina sibe nayo imali.
Because ungatshali
anything into ongakhona ukuyifaka emhlabathini ezosebenza, iwukudla, iyaphilisa. And sikwenzile lokho, and siyathengisa. Was glowing beyinhle ingadi yethu still produce. Right, sithengisile siyadla uyayibona into njengale siyakhona nokuthi manje nalaba kade bangakhoni ukuthi baphile sebakwazi manje ukuthi baphile, sebayazi ukuthi une garden ephilisayo. Uyayibona into njengale, and umuntu noma azile azocheckwa bamthola manje ukuthi akasafani lo muntu njengaseqaleni. Uyayibona sekune different. Uyayibona into njengale, sekuqale ovavavum leyo. Uyayibona
leyo ovavavum leyo is what Ms. Don is bringing to the table. If you are not listening, I don't know what you're doing. But ufuna kukhuluma ngokubaluleka the level of food you eat, more especially more HIV positive.
Yes, I like that.
The nutrients and the thing is
quality of life.
Yes,
I feel like
I can get you
energy.
I want to tell you something. Yabona is njengami.
Yes.
Just a change ibody yami.
Oh yes.
Uyazi ngoba ngazathi khona ugijima emzimbeni wami. And ngazathi my body, I'm a newborn. Uyayibona into njalo because of what? Ngama instruction and ama veg. Uyayibona into njalo. Yeah, ukhona ama veg ofuna ukuthi wapheke njengamanzi. Bese uyawazi ungafaki amafutha, because now amafutha ngesikhathi abuya abe inkinga uyayibona njalo. But we are happy about that. Mithi ngagijima imarathon yamhlanje.
Nifuna ukwenza amanye ama-plans.
Obvious sisenama-plan vele amaningi, sifuna ukuthi siye phambili, siloku siqhubeka siya phambili, usenzela ukuthi namhlanje i-AHF ayisekho duze kwethu, sikwazi thina ukuzimela, ukuthi yasifundisa, yasinikeza i-opportunity. Manje le opportunity yi-skills sikwazi ukuthi sishiyele nabanye abazayo sibafundise.
And then tell because it takes me to my next question, the importance of passing the baton
to
the next generation. You know what, I can grow my own tomatoes, I can grow my own this, and I can eat healthy for next.
Sorry,
you'd like to add on to that also?
Also, there's another segment that we always do, Rona, on the show.
Yes,
see, if there's one thing about us, health is very important to us. And I love the idea that you guys are planting your own food, because when you can control what you eat,
Yes.
You know, you're able to have power and you know, authority over your own life. And I think mostly outside of the fact that you guys are eating well, I think the way ungakhona nje, you just embody like
a bit.
I don't know what to say. You just embody life. You know, because a lot of people, you know, because a lot of people look at HIV as a death sentence, and that's true. You know, people will think, okay, now this is the cards that I'm dealt. Manje, ngihamba ngiyophuza, ngithatha ama-drugs. Let's just ngoba impilo is over. But I think you're bringing a whole other perspective. Ubonisa abantu ukuthi this is not where it ends, you know? And even for other people who, or by knowing they're not living with the condition, we get to teach one another, this is how you must treat people, regardless of, you know, their stance and their status in your life. So I love that.
Love that. Love that. Umbuzo is the importance ukubaleka kokuphasa iBayton kulabo abancane bazokuthi nami ngakwazi ukuphila ngakwazi ukuzitshalela. You know how important is that when mom Don?
Ikakhulukazi ake ngithi kulaba abancane kulaba abancane kuna lento ukuthi ake ngithi nje kancanyana kuna lento leyo ukuthi let's say is HIV positive usezwile mncane bese yabona ukuthi mana insuku zami seyiphelile kusizana ukuthi akungcono ngenza 1 or 2 no 3 ngoba I'm dead already uyabona manje into engiba encourage ngayo ukuthi bona bazifake emagroupini and mabazifaka emagroupini ilapho bezophila khona because kwayena emncane uyakwazi ukuthi mhlawumbe uthola isicephunyana la ekhaya uyakwazi ukuthi I can make my garden uyayibona njengale wenza into ayifunde lapha usiyakwazi ukuthi ayilethe kuphi ekhaya usiyakwazi ukuthi tamati sikhona masambane akhona icarrot likhona I can do whatever I want it siyayiwa la ekhaya awunandla la ekhaya and ngaso sonke isikhathi uyazi ukuthi when I take my treatment I know ukuthi ukudla nginakho uyayibona njalo akabi nalenkinga ukuthi hey manje mamzothatha i-treatment ngizodla ini kanti ukuphila kukuphi kusezandleni zakhe.
Most definitely. Let's talk about AHF and the importance of eradicating poverty and their stance on it, because we see you doing great things. You know, how would you like to expand from an AHF perspective? Because we've seen the work you're doing with, you know, Ms. Don, and hey,
you guys have definitely touched a lot of lives, and my life as well. You know, I just met you not so long ago, but I know I think everyone really has the same. You know, anyone who's listening has the same mentality to say, you know, there's a lot of organizations, and I will not speak, I guess, outside of, but I think there's a lot of organizations that we've come across that do preach the same message. But I think the strength of any sort of organization is, can we relate? Do we see everyday people who are going through those things? You know, some organizations seem a bit foreign, you know, like, okay, I don't know how to relate, but this is a good thing that they do. So now what, you know, AHF is doing is like, it's bringing the people close to us to say, these are the people.
This is the testimony.
Yeah. So I love that. Oh, sorry, you can go back to the
No, I mean, obviously we have a long way to go. I mean, earlier we were talking about the issues that we have as a country, globally even. So, but you know, we are hoping that such programs will eventually eradicate poverty, even if it's not, you know, globally, but with the little that we have, and with the patients, the few patients that we are working with, we can see the difference, you know, because like I said earlier, we just want them to have the skill, you know.
Very much important.
Yes, and because we are also an HIV/AIDS organization, we are saying for them to have the skill but not adhering to treatment, we are cutting their life short, you know. So these things are interrelated. They need to have the skill, but also adhere to treatment. And when you adhere to treatment, you are virally suppressed. Virally suppression, it means, you know, you live longer. You know, you live longer to produce these things to produce, and we are not only going to do it at the orphanage, but we are also expanding to another clinic. So the plan is that every year we'll identify a site as per the need, and then we expand. So there'll be a lot of mom dons tomorrow coming here to testify, because it's not only going to be them. With them, I think there are 10 in their team.
Oh yes.
Okay.
So there's 10 of mom dolls that can come here and tell their story. And, you know, the orphanage as well is one of them. But we are also going to expand to another clinic.
Oh.
And like I said, KZN is also doing the same. Eastern Cape is also doing the same. We are doing this globally. So together, if we stand in solidarity, which is the spirit of Dr. Nelson Mandela, you know, we stand in solidarity to make sure that we can assist with food security.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely. Look, if there's anything, I feel like they embody that, you know, that spirit of that, you know,
They
making
do.
sure that, you know, you don't sleep on Adlana. Let's go to a musical break.
Before we go to a musical,
Yes, you can preach. I feel it, baby girl. I feel it, baby girl.
I think also Tato wanted to find out another thing that you know, the 67 minutes that you guys are doing the initiative. Can there be can we lend a helping hand?
Sure.
You know, anyone who's in Heidelberg, can they able to are they able to come through at least a month or any do you guys accept any donations, you know, from just the general public? If people are unable to come there physically and help, where do you guys have channels where we can you know, donate, you know, what we have, Rekedi pads and send them through?
That would be amazing. That would be really appreciated, you know, in as much as we are going to donate what we have, but I think the more the merrier.
The more the merrier.
So that would be amazing. Unfortunately, we cannot let in the public because, like I said, of, you know, security measures, because of the place that we are going to. It's a place of safety. So for the security of the kids, we have to consider that. So there are a lot of precautionary measures that we had to take for us to be there tomorrow. However, people can donate. People can, you know, if they want to bring sanitary towels or, you know, hygiene packs for the boys, because we tend to forget about the boys as well. So, you know, your bathing soap or deodorant, whatever that they can bring, it will really be appreciated. They can, you know, call our number. Can I mention the number?
Oh yeah,
Please do.
you can. We're gonna talk more about that when
where we can
closing.
find you.
Yeah, I just need to go to a musical break.
I'll
of
move.
time.
Okay,
but yeah,
no problem.
we're gonna talk a lot more about, you know, how can people extend their help and what more we're gonna be doing tomorrow. You know, because I want to know about the spirit of Tata, and you know, you guys embody that. But for now, it's just that time. I need to go to a musical break. Venom with Shishiliza Blackie, teaming up with Blackie. Eating from now on, I feel like change diets. You know, no munya mayan logo, no kimole, tamati, lettuce. You know, but let me just tell you what I just played for you right now. That was Venom with the song titled Shishiliza, teaming up with Blackie, Ricky Rick, and Teho Yams, taking us to 49 minutes after the hour one. That is where we need to actually close the interview. You know, we've been finding out about the AHF and the initiative and how they're helping, you know, HIV and AIDS beneficiaries by teaching them the skill on how to plant, and how not only just that, but these people have, you know, a business out of it. You know, like they've seen the gap and exploited it, had a business. You know, so now we just want to find out what's next for AHF. But before we get into that, tomorrow, 67 minutes, we're going to be in Heidelberg with a soup kitchen. Right?
No, not this. The soup kitchen is in KZN.
As in KZN?
Yes.
Oh, okay, my bad.
At the orphanage tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow it's at the orphanage, the food garden. So we'll be planting from scratch. And also handing over your sanitary towels and hygiene packs in Heidelberg. The orphanage, it's called Shalom Faith Ministries.
Beautiful.
Yes. So that's where we'll be there with our patient advocates that have Mom Dawn that have done the garden before, training, capacitating the children that are there so that they know how to also plant and take care of their garden. We'll also be doing providing services, your HIV testing services,
Beautiful.
sexual reproductive health, condom distribution, and that is
open for everyone because we'll be outside the facility, the orphanage. So anyone that is passing by that is in Rensburg can come and access the services there. So yeah, that's what we'll be doing tomorrow.
Beautiful stuff. You know, while we're still on that topic, there's actually something that I've realized. I don't know if you've seen this, but this just came on top of my head that, you know what, the new generation, we need to spread awareness around HIV and AIDS. Yeah, I don't think it's enough because with the new age, you know, there's a whole stigma of
it's like and
you know,
people don't
how
have the correct
important is it to get that word out there? You know, Mr. I think I'd like to get this from you. You know, Awuti, how important is it that we keep teaching, you know, and that we keep advocating for people to know their health and knowing, you know, going for regular tests because, you know, especially again,
we take it for granted.
you know, how important is it to always keep preaching, you know, being protective, being sexually, you know, careful with how you operate your stuff, you know, and just the importance of teaching around HIV and AIDS and how we live with those people within our communities, you know?
Yes. Engizocela nje ukuthi nkusho
Yebo.
lokhu ukuthi ufuna ukuthi vele sibafundise abantwana bethu. Yeah, siba encourage nokuya kuphi emaclinic ukuyotesta. Yeah, ngoba inkinga i1 masingaba encourage bayo encourage ubani. Bagcina bona sebafika manje kuleli zinga lele ekungafanele ukuthi bafike kulo. Enibona still basesenani isesendlela ofuna ukuthi bona bayihambe. Uyayibona into njengaleyo. Ngoba manje yena if ma umntwana mangam encourage baqala manje positive, negative. Sakabona kahle ukuthi impilo yakhe ephilile. Sakasoma yes, sakayifaka manje kuphi, usakaye kuidakamizwa manje. He destroy himself. And wena awusakwazi manje ukuthi ungambuyisa. Usuna le problem yokuthi as a parent ngabe nga-actor. Akusefanele ukuthi wena ubulele umntwana. Manje igama into engisho ukuthi masiba encourage labantu ngathi nje iyouth masi encourage. Nayo iyakwazi ukuthi ihlukanise okuhle nokubi uyayibona njalo akube iculo kubo asicule le ngoma every day siphela amandla because if mangasilo iculo just abanye bayithatha ezinjengento yokudlala and ithi umuntu maseyenzakala kuyi useyaqala futhi useyakala u-H akasasebenzi usephelile uyayibona njalo and ikakhulukazi nakulaba abathatha i-treatment. I want to think by encouraging into you you can't take a beer udle i-treatment ngebeer. It's not a solution because still wena ngokwakho uzibuyisela back kuphi i-CD4 counter yakho you gonna come down. Uyayibona njengaleyo and you will rotate usuyasuka lapho sekwenzakalana ukuthi manje failile ukufeyila kwakho ngeke usakwazi ukuthi upick up ngenxa yokuthini wena uzibisele back emumva phela encourage ukuthi mabahlale baye ema-clinic bayotesta ngaso sonke isikhathi long life 100 years.
Hallelujah. We preaching life here.
Yes, long life 100 years.
Or just to tell them the beautiful work they're doing.
Oh, you guys.
Just get a glimpse of Mom Don's energy.
Come on, I'm just saying that. Yeah. In closing, I think there's always you know, certain question that, you know, we ask everyone about when you picture the most successful version of yourself, the organization, and yourselves in J, you know, as individuals. But specifically speaking about AHF, where do you guys envision yourself in, let's say, 5 years' time? When you say, yeah, you see, now we are what we were praying for 5 years ago. This is who we are now. Where is the organization, and what are you guys doing?
So in 5 years' time, I would say, okay, we also have an issue now with there's other people that are HIV positive that are not adhering to their treatment. They're not committed to coming to their appointments in the clinics. So there's also one of the things that we are doing, which is called AHF North Star. That basically means we want everyone to come back to the clinics and take treatment, adhere to treatment, because the overall goal is just to end the HIV epidemic.
Yeah.
You know, we just want a free generation, free of HIV. So that is the overall goal. So right now, I mean, it's baby steps. Like you're saying, it's 5 years. That 5 years it will be another thing, 10 years or whatever.
We've been here since 1980 something.
You know, but the fight continues. But the overall goal really is to just control the HIV epidemic, have an HIV-free generation.
Oh, that's a big dream,
Yes.
but very much achievable.
But with small steps that we are taking now, we will get there.
Definitely.
You
Very
know,
much achievable.
yeah.
And let's talk with external help when people would like to contact you, when people would like to find out more about the AHF initiative. Where can they get you guys?
So like,
Okay, so for people that want to find out about us, our website is www.aidshealth.org. That is where they can, you know, that is our website, and then in there they can also click the AHF South Africa to, you know, to just zoom into where they want to go. Like I said, in Gauteng we have clinics that we are working with or supporting rather in Johannesburg and in Heidelberg. So they can, you know, check whatever clinic they want to access any of the HIV services that are provided in those clinics. And also they can contact us specifically for tomorrow if they want to also support. The number is 082-716-2482. So that is the number. 082-716-2482. Alternatively, my email address is matsie.tsotesi@ahf.org.
That's double M, right?
Double M.
Yes, double MATSIE.
Yes.
And you most probably know how to spell Tsotesi because there must be a Tsotesi in your family. But yeah,
Somewhere.
do get in touch with them if you want to lay a helping hand and make a difference, as it is going to be the 10th anniversary of Tata's passing. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. It's just that time, you know, man.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's just that time. Let's talk. 10% energy. Just 10.
transfer.
On a Monday, I'll make it to Friday. I hope you enjoyed that one, man. It's been an informative one, an interesting one regarding HIV and all its stigmas around it. If you're living with somebody that has it, you know, stop looking at them different. They all within our community. We're all living with them, and yeah, man, just treat them as you would like to
How
be
they
treated.
deserve to be
And
treated,
as you
yeah.
would like to be treated. 2 minutes before the top of the hour, had to close that one. But it's been an informative one. Do make sure that you hit AHF on the social media platforms. It is matsia.tsotesi@gmail.com, right?
No. matsie.tsotesi@ahf.org.
Another one?
matsie.tsotesi@ahf.org.
And then when I'm done, nje wena ufuna ukuvashela sitshale
Yes,
singathola phi?
I can see ukuthi ungangithola khona eRatanda Clinic.
Oh yes.
Yes, ilapho sibonda khona sisenza umsebenzi wethu ukutshala.
Counseling, yes.
Into siyenzela lapho anytime. Uma ungidinga you can contact uSisimantsiye njengomphathi wethu. Nganje yonke into nje information and we get it.
Bona,
Yes.
make sure you hit them
Oh.
up.
Let's take this overboard now.
Hi guys, so we are back, done with the interview. As you might have seen, the interview was about Mandela Day, what we are going to do tomorrow, the activities that we do as the organization, and I loved that we also involved one of our patient advocates that was very energetic. She did a good job. She did an amazing job. But anyway, I am going to close this vlog here. It was a short vlog. go to the radio interview with me. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you are going to spend your Mandela Day giving back 67 minutes. And really, it shouldn't be just on Mandela Day, but we should always be about positive impact, driving positive change in our communities. With the little that you have, make sure that you are able to bring some sort of impact in your community, in your environment, in your space, not only on the 18th of July. Anyway, guys, I am back in the office, and I am going to close this vlog here because I need to catch up on some work. It was going to be nice if I could take you to the event tomorrow, but I can't because of security reasons. We can't take pictures or videos because we want to protect the kids. So I won't be able to do that, unfortunately. But yeah, man, I hope you enjoyed this shot. Come with me to the radio interview vlog, if I can put it that way. Ciao.